Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn some phrases or words that are very useful this time. That is, we are going to talk about COVID-19. COVID-19 stands for Coronavirus Disease 2019. 19 is the year in which this disease started in China. This disease is caused by coronavirus. Word corona means crown in English. If you look this virus in a microscope, you could see a spiky lipid in the shape of a crown around this virus. So that is the reason it is called corona. In 2003, this virus caused SARS, that is severe acute respiratory syndrome, and which also took life of many. The first word we are learning here about COVID-19, it is a communicable disease. If a disease is communicable, it means that disease is spread very easily. A communicable disease means that disease spread very easily. I told you this disease is a communicable disease, and you can tell that this disease is an epidemic. An epidemic means which this disease spreads very fast. If a disease spreads very rapidly, you can say that it is an epidemic. The other term we can talk about, infectious disease or contagious disease. All these mean that this disease spread from one to another. A contagious disease spread from one person to another. That is why it is called contagious. When this coronavirus enters our body, our body may not show the symptoms immediately. No. Sometimes it may take 1 week or so. This period is called incubation period. Incubation period means the period in which you have the pathogen inside, or you have the coronavirus inside, but your body will not show any symptoms out. This period is called incubation period. The other word we learn here is zoonotic. Zoonotic. You might be thinking about the meaning of this word. You might be knowing it. The word zoonotic means a disease which comes from animal. If a disease comes from animal, that is called zoonotic. Pandemic. Pandemic means a disease spread throughout the country or beyond boundaries, sometimes beyond continents or around the world. If a disease spread around the world, it is called pandemic. So now this time we can say that COVID-19 is a pandemic. This situation is very dangerous. Now let's move on to the symptoms of this disease. First symptom is a fever. You will have severe fever. Initially it starts from mild fever. It begins to increase the temperature. Fever, you know that. It has another word, temperature. Next symptoms is cough. Most probably you will have dry cough. The third symptom is you have severe throat pain. You will not be able to drink or eat food. By the result, you get the fourth symptoms. Your body will be very tired. And you will have difficulty in breathing. That is the fifth symptom. Sometimes some people have nauseatic feeling. have feeling of vomiting, throwing up, you know, throwing up. Whenever you eat something, if it is not digested properly, you throw up out. So throw up means puke. You vomit the food what you have eaten outside. Why this disease is dangerous? This is dangerous because it spreads exponentially. It spreads rapidly, very fast. That is the reason why this is dangerous. If you say that a disease is fatal, means it can cause death. Then what are the solutions? Solutions are mitigations. Mitigations. Mitigations means measures that you are taking to prevent this disease, to prevent the spread of this disease, or mitigations. Let's see each measures or each mitigations one by one. First one, quarantine. Quarantine means you strictly put in a place that is isolated place. Keep away from all other people. You stay alone. That is quarantine. So you can use this as a noun or a verb. If I am using as a noun, I can say that he was put in quarantine. If I say as verb, I can say that I quarantine myself. I quarantine myself. Got it? Next thing. If I put myself in quarantine, or if I quarantine myself, you can say that that is a voluntary quarantine. Voluntary quarantine means you voluntarily decides to put yourself into quarantine. Got it? Fine. What is the next measure? What is the next mitigation? That is social distancing. Social distancing means you avoid all parties. You avoid schools, churches, temples, masjids, all. You avoid all these social gatherings in order to prevent this disease. That is called social distancing. That is the second measure in order to prevent this disease. The next word is isolation. The isolation also, you put yourself in a quarantine. That means you keep yourself in a room. You don't mingle with other people. You stay alone. That is isolation. The last measure or mitigation, washing hands. Washing hands for 20 minutes with soap is called another mitigation. So all these are the mitigations in order to prevent this disease. If you don't follow these mitigations, if you don't follow these measures, what would happen? It would become a community spread disease. In case if it is becoming a community spread, what would happen? Government brings out draconian law. Draconian law. That is very severe law. Very severe law to prevent this disease further spreading. To stop this disease further spreading. In such cases, government lock down a place. If government lock down a place, government will not permit the people of that area go out of that place. That is a draconian law. You will not be able to move out of a place. That is called lockdown of a place. Here we are going to conclude our video. In this video we have learned so many phrases or so many words related with coronavirus disease 2019, that is COVID-19. Friends, if you like my video, please share it with your friends, spread it, and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe. Thank you very much.